Coming up on today's show, we are going to be discussing my top 5 favorite table services at Disney World. We'll also be talking about some of the local travel that's available in the area and some of the specials I've been hearing about that's going on. That's today on Disney and Travel Chat. Today I want to talk about my top 5 favorite go-to restaurants when I go to Disney World. Now remind you that this list is not right, wrong. This is, in any particular order for anybody. This is just what the ones I really enjoy, and as well as my 2 teens. It's our restaurants that we look to go to every time we go on vacation to Disney World. Coming in at number 5 is the Jungle Skipper Canteen Restaurant at the Magic Kingdom over in Adventureland. Sits tucked in there just slightly past Orange Citrus. Delicious food. Everything we've ever had there, you can never go wrong. The service has been excellent. The food has just been wonderful. It just hits those taste buds just right. We typically get Dr. Fall's signature grilled steak. It's adobo seasoned New York strip with the seasonal vegetable, caramelized onion puree with a red wine reduction, and farofa is on there. The food is excellent. Their dessert, oh my. If you like desserts, then you're going to like the Skipper Canteen. The Jungle Navigation Company, as they say, welcome to the jungle. Explore the bold, flavorful cuisine of Asia, South America, and Africa. With the help of the servants, which is your daring riverboat pilots. So that's my number 5 take for one of our go-to restaurants. Coming in at number 4 is Olivia's Restaurant at Old Key West. Nice Florida Keys type of charm. Real nice menu. One thing I can highly recommend is the Sunday brunch. Oh my heavens. Absolutely delicious. Never had a bad meal there. Never had bad service. It's been wonderful. But definitely check out their Southern Fried Chicken dish. It's just amazing. Or like I said, take a time to go over there for a brunch on a Sunday. The food is just magnificent. But Olivia's is our number 4 choice at Old Key West. Number 3. I swear we eat there every time. There's been some times on a long trip we've ate there twice in a stay. Is over at Epcot, back in World Showcase, Chef de France. Absolutely love the decor, the whole theme, the service, and the food. It's just excellent. We always get the lobster bisque as an appetizer. Their lobster bisque is just to die for, in my opinion. It's just so good. As our appetizer. And then it could be a number of different things that we'll get because they have the peppercorn steak that's really good. Their French style beef pot roast is amazing. They as well, they'll have a sustainable fish. There's different things. We've actually tried different things, but one of our favorites, definitely. For me, it's always hard for me to choose between their version of their French pot roast or the peppercorn steak. Just it's fabulous. And then the dessert, oh, don't even get me started on the desserts. Their desserts are just phenomenal. Um, so definitely, if you have never ate at over in France in the World Showcase at Chef de France, it's a nice place to go with or without kids. It's just really nice. I highly recommend it. Back in the day, they used to have Remy um, would come by your table and he would be on a cart and they would lift the food cover, the little chrome cover off, and there would be Remy on the plate. But they got rid of that. I want to say it was either 2010 or 2012. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, I wish they would have kept that going. But yeah, it's after that whole theme. But the good thing is that obviously they have plans of putting in um, Ratatouille ride just back in that little cove in France. And then we've never ate there, but just as a suggestion I've heard, it's really good. It's more of your fine dining. I went the menu choices I don't think is real good for younger kids, but upstairs when you walk around backside, there's a restaurant, French restaurant above Chef de France called Monsignor Paul. It's on our list to try. We just have not tried it yet, but I've heard really good things about it. Coming in at number 2, I actually have 2. And the reason why I have 2 is because the place that we really love to go to, it's not easy getting in. You definitely want to make a reservation for it. If you're going on standby, you could be standing there for a while. And if you want the whole theme of it, you're definitely going to want a reservation. I'll explain why in a minute. Our favorite number 2 place to go to when we can get a reservation is the Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater. If you have never experienced it, is a great place. The food is very good, but it's nothing like over the top, like going to the boathouse to paddle fish or something like that. What you're going there for is truly the ambiance, the whole theme. You are sitting inside of a resemblance and a replica of an indoor, but they made it look like you're outside, but you're indoors, obviously, drive-in theater from the 1950s. And where you sit to eat, you're sitting in a car that has a little built-in counter table to it. And then for larger families, they have the front of the car, the back of the car, and they put the table in the middle. But to get the car, you got to have reservations because otherwise, in standby, they're going to put you back by the concession stand that has the tables with the umbrellas, which still ain't bad. A lot of people will. The food's good. Like I said, it's good. It's just not, your steak is your typical steak with the, like a butter and garlic or just plain butter melted on it when it's done. And, seasoned with salt and pepper. And the vegetable will be the seasonal vegetable for that time of the year when you're there. The desserts are good. I will say the desserts are good because they've. I've never been disappointed on desserts. I usually get the apple crisp a la mode, but they have other ones. But that's our one we like. But when we can't go there, we will work. Like if we leave that park early, Hollywood Studios, because that'd have been nice if I would have told you. Sci-Fi Dine-In Theaters in Hollywood Studios, right next door to the ABC commissary. When we can't go there, we will work it in then to try to go to the Crystal Palace at Magic Kingdom. We love that Southern charm decor inside there, and the service has always been good. Plus, even at my age, at 50 years old, I love the characters that are there because it is character dining. Pooh, Eeyore, Tigger, and Piglet. I love going there. I'm a kid at heart when I go to Disney, so I enjoy it. And the food, I just the choices that they offer for a buffet style, I really do enjoy. And sometimes in our trip, we will try to hit sci-fi as well as Crystal. If it's along the state, we may go, let's say, to sci-fi for dinner, but then we'll do like Crystal for a lunch or vice versa. So check it out if you haven't. I recommend it. And Crystal Palace also does a breakfast that starts before the park typically opens. So it gives you a chance to get in there and eat, see the characters, and work your way over to one of the busier rides. It's harder to get on, like Seven Dwarfs Mine Ride, is what I highly recommend. If you're a person that likes to get up in the morning early. And our number one choice, this one we have to eat at every time we go on vacation there, sometimes twice in one trip, is our 50s primetime cafe at Hollywood Studios. It's on the right next door to Hollywood and Vine and the Tune-In Lounge, because it goes Hollywood and Vine, which is character dining. Then you have the Tune-In Lounge, which is attached to 50s primetime. We will always go in, and I highly recommend making reservations here too. It's a very popular place. We will always go in an hour before, usually, go into the Tune-In Lounge. Kids will get Zippity Doodahs, which is their version of the Shirley Temple. And then I'll get something, whatever I choose. And it's the whole thing is themed after in the 1950s. The furniture, the TVs, and they play black and white shows in the Tune-In Lounge, as well as you're eating, you'll see little shorts of like the Dick Van Dyke Show, My Three Sons, different ones like that from the 1950s. And the food is excellent. Their meatloaf is delicious. Their pot roast, delicious. Their southern fried chicken, delicious. Their pot pies, delicious. And it's just their desserts too, wonderful. But you can never put your elbows on the table while you're eating. You put the walkie-talkies away, because they call it the walkie-talkies, your cell phones, because in the 1950s, obviously, they had walkie-talkies, but they didn't have cell phones. All your waiter and waitresses are your cousins. Ma is in the kitchen cooking. And when they call your name, they'll say, serving such and such kids. And when you walk up, they'll say, like, because we go all the time, so we'll say, hi, cousin, how you doing today? And it's just so much fun. If you don't eat all your food, they won't give you a clean plate sticker. And they'll threaten you that you can't have dessert. They'll still give it to you, but I'm just saying they really make fun out of this whole thing. That's part of the whole theme. Because back then, obviously, things were stricter back then. When you ate, everybody ate together. You had proper manners, and you always faced your food. So yeah, you'll get a sticker if you clean your plate. It's called the Clean Plate Club. If you're acting goofy and not following the rules, put your elbows on the table. One of the things, they will embarrass you by having you stand up, go to like an archway and stick your nose against the thing and say, they'll say something like, I'm sorry for being naughty. And they do all kinds of stuff like that, which is just a lot of fun. Great place to take kids, but a great place for the adults as well. A lot of fun. Like I said, the service there has been excellent. One of our go-to cousins is Cousin Michael, and the other one is Cousin Frank, that we usually always request. Michael plays the part to the T. He's been doing it for a long time there. He plays the role very well. Very, very good server / cousin host. Yeah, just superb. But we've never, and even when we can't get Cousin Frank or Cousin Michael, we've never had bad service. It's highly recommended place, and it's probably will end up being one of your favorites as well. So that's my top 5. And I should clarify a little bit too. At the Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater, while you're eating and you're facing towards the drive-in theater screen, what they'll do is they'll play little shorts of your B and C rated style low budget sci-fi films from the 1950s. And in even the sound, they have the speakers hanging just like it was back in the day when you would take that speaker and hang it from your window. So definitely check them out. And then some honorable mentions that we, if one of our favorite dishes is in season on the menu, one of the things we like to go to is the Coral Reef, as well as their lobster bisque is very, very good. Chef de France still has the edge. We like the Boathouse over in Disney Springs, the Paddlefish. Now, granted, the Paddlefish and the Boathouse are a little more pricier, but very well, if you like seafood, definitely worth going. Also, I hear it's on our to-do list. Enzo's is a great place to go to, and as well as the Edison. So, those are my takes on that, and we'll be back after this break. And we're back. One of the things I wanted to talk about that's happening is the Skyliner takes flight on September 29th, 2019. I know a lot of people are looking to ride that from the resort over to Hollywood Studios. And that takes flight on September 29th, 19. Also, I have notification that they are bringing back the free dining offer for guests staying at Walt Disney World select resorts. When you purchase a non-discounted 5-night, 6-day stay at a Walt Disney resort, your package that includes a room at a select Disney hotel and a ticket with the park hopper option, they're going to be offering the free dining. And you can book through September 29th, 2019. Reach out to me. I can book that trip for you, give you a quote, and book it. I am an independent travel agent. And for the arrivals on most nights, it says here from September 1st through the 18th, November 17th through the 27th, and December 8th to the 23rd, 2019, they're offering. So when you stay at select deluxe resorts and villa resorts, you'll get also the dining plan as well at the select stays that you do. So it's, usually when you say at the moderates and the deluxe, you will get 2 snacks, 1 quick service, and 1 table service as part of your dining plan. If you stay at a value resort, you will get what they call the quick service dining plan. But you have the option to upgrade it for a fee, which it's not too bad. I did it one time before in the past, where that you can convert those, where you get 2 quick services and 2 snacks, upgraded to what like the deluxe villas and the moderate villas are getting. So that's something to look at if you're looking at going to Disney and you want to, especially if you got a tight budget. That's one way to take advantage of it. As well as, don't forget that tickets are available for purchase for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, as well as Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Good time on both of those. So those are on sale now too. Those book fast, especially on the popular nights. Especially as you get closer to Christmas, there's going to be more people booking those. And like with Halloween, the closer you get to Halloween, especially on Halloween night, it's a really popular night for that party. For locals, make sure to check out some of your local areas. If you are in the Midwest, one of the places to go to is man, I'm losing it. The Mall of America, and check out that beautiful mall. You could spend easily a day or two there with all the shopping for you shopping fanatics. For you gamblers, don't forget there's a lot of good specials and discounts being offered for Vegas as well as Atlantic City. If you want a little bit of the old culture, a little nostalgic, go check out Ocean City, Maryland. One of the original style McDonald's is still there, and there's some other places that still have that 50s charm. And for a restaurant recommendation, I highly recommend trying Dead Freddy's. Lastly, Kennywood, you should be. My understanding is the new coaster is up and running. I know they've had some issues with the park with people going, and they were saying that all rides weren't running when they visited. I have not been there yet this year. Cedar Point's a good choice for a day in the sun, and especially if you're a coaster lover. And Six Flags Over Georgia, just outside of Atlanta, is another recommendation. So that will bring us to a close for this week on Disney and Travel Chat, where we talk about all things travel, good and bad, reviews, tips, and tricks, and we even talk about Disney. So thank you again for joining us. We'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.